Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's Harriet. I'm going to be bringing you the player ratings videos. Again, apologies about the fan cams. I know I keep apologising, but seeing I feel a bit knocked off with it. Networking D. Right, so player ratings, and I think you probably know this, most of the defence are going to score pretty high, and most of the attack are going to score pretty low. So let's begin with it. Okay, let's jump straight into Rob Elliott. I think Rob Elliott, this is probably his best game of the season. With New, he's probably going to be tested anyway. So, you know, probably an 8. I'm going to be nice and say Rob Elliott an 8. DeAndre Yedlin was attacking more in the second half. For Yedlin, I'm going to give Yedlin a 7. I thought he tried to attack in particular second half. Alongside him, Jamal Lascelles, very oozy, very class, very calm as well. I thought Lascelles was solid. Didn't do too much. In fact, he didn't do hardly anything wrong. So I'm going to score Jamal Lascelles a 7 also. Alongside him, Chancellor Mbemba, who had a good game as well. You might say, yeah, he's at fault perhaps for Sterling not tracking his run up for the goal, but all round I think he was pretty solid. So again, I'm going to give I'm going to give Chancellor Mbemba a 7. Coming across to the other left back, Paul Dummett, who came in from the cold, which was very surprising. The left centre back for his first game back, I thought he did okay. You know, later on that second half, he was trying them long balls, which don't really like defenders doing. But you know, pretty solid since that's his first game back. He'd probably be rested on the weekend, so 7. Javier Manquillo, to be honest with you, Man City didn't really attack down that right too much, so I think Manquillo had it easier than what other players did, so I'm going to score Manquillo a 7. Now coming across to the 3 attacking midfielders, Rolando Aarons, I know he got that chip which was clear off the line, but I thought he struggled a little bit. I thought he was pretty disappointing. A lot of you were saying in the fan cams videos as well, but I thought Aarons struggled. I know he had that chip, but I'm going to score Aarons pretty low. I'm going to score him a 5. Unfortunately, I thought he was poor, and this was his chance to shine. Jacob Murphy was on the right attacking midfield. I thought he was poor as well. He went bits and spells. I thought he went missing. You know, he looks like he is a confidence player. There's no shadow of a doubt about it. But I think he reminds me of Bambi on ice when he's not playing well. But when he's playing, when he is playing well, he's like, give me the ball. I want to grow. He wants to grow into the game, and I think he didn't do that. So Jacob Murphy is probably better than Aarons, but I'm probably going to score him a 6. And then John Joe Shelvey, who come in from suspension, I thought he did okay, but because we weren't really getting forward as much, Shelvey's work was mostly defensive and position along with the rest of the defence. I thought he was solid, but he didn't offer much going forward. As far as I remember all of that game, watching that live and it changes the park, I can only remember him getting the time to spray it long once. So Shelvey for me gets an average 6. And then you look at the striker Hoslu. I think he wasn't helped much because he was playing almost as a centre midfielder, whilst all the rest of the Newcastle lads were behind him, and he didn't really have anything to get further forward really. Because of that, Hoslu, he didn't have a bad game, so I think I'm going to score him a 6 because he didn't actually have a bad game. He had a quiet game, but there's a difference between the two. The substitute to Dwight Gale, who come on fairly early, I think he improved with tackling because he was trying to stretch. You know, he had that chance to a header, which he should have got on target. Obviously, the dive in the box as well, which rightly he was booked for. But he was trying a bit of everything, so he was stretching it. So for that reason, yeah, he maybe should have scored that chance. But I'm going to give him a 6. I think he did better than what some people thought he did. Christian Atsu, I didn't think he had much impact. I know he set Gale up for the header when he put it wide, but I just didn't think he had enough time to make a massive impact. So I'm going to score Atsu a 6. And then also Mikel Merino come on. I thought Merino got us from A to B so much quicker as well. So I thought he did okay. I'm going to give him a 6. I have forgotten about Mo Diame, so I'll go back to Mo Diame. Now Mo Diame gets criticised a lot, and yes, he didn't offer anything going forward, but you know what it is? That's probably the best game I've seen him dispossess. He was getting his foot in a lot, and if you see it if you're watching on Sky Sports, you don't see it as much because you follow the camera, whereas you see it live, you can see everything across the pitch. That's why if I had the choice, I'd always go live. He stopped a lot of tackles, getting his foot in, which surprised me a little bit because I've never seen that side of his game. So if he had offered us a little bit more going forward, I would have scored him a bit more. So I was like humming it on between a 6 and a 7, but I'm going to give him a 6 because I would have pushed a 7 if he offered a bit more. I don't think it's his fault. I think the tactics didn't really help. Speaking of tactics, Rafa Benitez, how did he get on? Now, is it negative that he went with 5 at the back and defended? Is it sensible? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. Newcastle fans, most people Newcastle fans would rather say, right, we'll have to attack teams. Fair enough, if you put 2 or 3 behind them, that's fine. So, I don't know with Rafa. We only got beat by 1-0, so maybe you want to score them high. But we'll try to attack in the last 10 to last 15 minutes in particular. Probably 7. I'm going to give Rafa 7 because we could have offered a bit more. Let us know your player ratings. This video or these sort of videos, everybody agrees to disagree and also disagrees to agree and all of that. Let us know who was your man of the match. Who was your man of the match? Let us know in the comments down there below. See you. Bye bye.